last night with a bunch of people from the Oberon district who came to the Lake Oberon estate to find out what they could do regarding silver and gold and maybe a self-managed super fund. I'd like to say hello to everybody that I met last night. Had a wonderful time meeting some locals, and in fact about to go and do a little bit more of that. I did want to thank a number of people. Our hosts here, Tony and Julia Alvarez, have really looked after me just tremendously. In fact, Tony today is going to help me with the bus with a few things, and they've just been over the top, and that's the kind of people that you get out in the country. I love coming back to the bush. And they've done a magnificent job with this place. It is truly beautiful. And in fact, the view this morning is a bit whiteouty, as you can see. Fogged in for the time being. It's not that cold, and it's burning off, as you can see. So just beautiful out here. And last night in the presentation area, which is that chalet, if you like, there, we had about 60 or 70 odd people in there last night having a bit of a chat about all things self-managed super and gold and silver. Boy, was Paul Engerman's talk interesting about what's going on with gold and silver at the moment. If you haven't been checking out the gold and silver market, go and do it, folks. God, go and do it. If you're lucky enough to be able to get some gold, it's not too late. People would say, oh gee, it's gone up $300 an ounce in the last week. Well, that's just the start. And silver is the same. Now, Paul did say there'll be a flattening, maybe a little curve back, and then there could be another kick. Silver is a funny beast. It tends to lag behind everything else. But I guess like me, many of you have got silver and not gold, so that's what we're waiting for. Still, if you bought your silver, 12 months ago, even right now you're looking at being able to realise quite a significant increase on your investment. I don't know why you'd be selling it now unless you absolutely had to. Because I think that investment is only going to get better for you. Thank you, newbie. Yep, I'll keep it up, mate. Can't stop me talking, mate. G'day, JJ. Nice to have you up this early in the morning too. Look, it looks like I'm going to get something of a rainbow in the fog here. How weird is that? I don't know if you'll be able to see that, but can you see that? Yeah, there is this arc. How weird is that? Right beside me. Anyway, must be special this morning. I also want to thank Hugh, who I didn't get to meet last night. He left a note for me, and I've just got to say thank you. Certainly wasn't expecting a note like that. And I'm sorry that I didn't get an opportunity to meet you last night. I'm not sure if you came over. I was in conversation with a few people at some stage, and we were having a rather deep conversation about Jewish history at one stage with a few people. So I don't know if you popped over and tried to interrupt me or get a hold of me then, but I'm very sorry that I missed you, Hugh. And if you are still in the area, swing back out to the estate this afternoon. I'll be back out here this afternoon. I would love to see you and shake your hand and thank you in person. So I apologise for not being able to do that last night. We had a great night last night. I've got to say, the girls from Freedom Financial Solutions, FFS, talk about warrior women, troopers. They are crook. They all went off and did some form of detox about a week ago, including a big spa session or a sauna session where they tried to sweat all this stuff out. And I think all it's done is brought it to the top for them. Cass has been really crook for a week or so. Mary Jane has been crook and getting better for about a week or so. There are a couple of other ladies here that are all part of that. They've got the coughs as well. I can say without fear of contradiction or distinction that Doris's honey, Doris from my place in Melton, Doris gave me some honey, which has been in the bus and I use religiously while I'm on the road. I've had to donate that to the girls because their throats were pretty bad. So I've given them a couple of little hints and tips on how to help their throat with honey. And they too believe that Doris's honey is truly magnificent. So keep an eye out for Doris and her honey at my place in Melton. And Doris, I'll be seeing you soon. I need some more honey. Actually, no, I won't, because I'm going to go and see my uncle in Denali at some point in the next week or two. And for those of you who've been following along, you would know that he was an apiarist, a beekeeper, for many, many years. In fact, he used to be, many years ago, the head of Capilano Honey. So unfortunately, Uncle Ray is 93 years of age now and has just recently sold most of his hives. So I'm going to call in and say hi. And he still does have a few hives and still does arrange a bit of honey now and again. So I might be able to get some yellow box out of him. That's my favourite honey, yellow box. But anyway, we'll see what happens there. It's a beautiful day, or at least it will be when this fog burns off. I've got a few little things I have to do today. I've got to shoot on into Bathurst to Kmart to pick up some camera gear, and then there are a couple of businesses in Oberon that also doubles as a record store, at least it will today. No, I'm not going to be taking the bus. The bus is going to lend me that. So in the not too distant future, I'm going to make an attempt to wake her up and see if she wants to come for a drive. And if not, I've got the keys. I'll just take it and go for a drive. So shooting off to Bathurst, need to go to Kmart. So if you're going to Kmart in Bathurst, I might see you there. And then back here to Oberon, to the saddlery in Oberon. Now, I don't know much about saddleries, but this one seems to be, well, in an area where there are no other saddleries. So I guess if you have a horse, if you need a stock whip, if you need feed, anything really for on the land stuff, then she can help. But there is a whole heap more to this business. And Verity invited me in. She was here last night and invited me in this morning for a bit of a look. So I hopefully will be there around 10 o'clock. And then from there, I think it's back out here. We've got meetings from 11 o'clock, bit of a lunch thing happening out here, and a couple of other bits and pieces, meetings this afternoon. So still going to be floating around the area until, well, at least tomorrow, and really, really enjoying it here. It's just a beautiful part of the world. Can't recommend it highly enough to you. If you've never been to Oberon for a visit, come and check it out. All right, I'm going to go and warm up that Mustang. See you folks, have a good day. One new dickhead about to be added to the road. Looking forward to it.